Greetings from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Let's go explore. All right, so we are off the ship in Montego Bay, Jamaica. My first time here, of course, the gorgeous Carnival Pride. It does look really nice with the paint scheme, but we're gonna go into the terminal. Got about an hour until my excursion, and we'll see what we can get into before the excursion. All right, this is the terminal. This is where our tours will pick up. They do have restrooms here in the terminal, which is good. And then this way you got your pre-booked tours. It looks like there might be, I don't know, I don't see much shopping inside the terminal here. So I'm about an hour early for my tour. So I'm outside the terminal. There is like a straw market over here. So we'll walk through that, but just killing some time before the tour. How's it going?
How you doing, brother?
Good.
I got off the ship today.
Yeah, it's nice to be in port, right? How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. So not a ton of stuff in the port area, but part of this excursion today is supposed to take us to a shopping area, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. Rose Hall and shopping. About 40 minutes for the tour, so I'm just going to chill out, relax. I don't know how I did it, but I found a bench that's right, like the air conditioning is blowing right on me. So this could be the best bench in the house. Best bench in the house.
And I'll be your tour guide and your friend for the rest of the day. Yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Whatever you want, you let Jamila know. I'm your mama, y'all are my babies. Yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the elegant highway. Now this highway is covered with beautiful hotels. And still to your right, that is the largest KFC in the world.
Largest KFC.
KFC.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, man. Kentucky Fried Chicken. That KFC is the lead. Take a look. There's both your boat still there and tell them not to leave. Yeah, man. Be careful.
I like it in Europe.
Yeah, man.
Constantly talking about tipping. Yes, Mom.
All right, so let me jump in here. When I booked this excursion, I didn't really know what I was getting into. I booked an excursion that would take me to Rose Hall, Great House, and to shopping. And from the pictures, it looked like an old, house on the island. And I thought, well, maybe this will be like when I went and saw the breakers, up in the east coast of the United States. Well, it's not this. This house has a history that is dark and sinister. Let me give you some details about the Rose Hall Great House while we look at it. It's nestled amidst the verandant landscapes of Montego Bay, Jamaica. Architectural gem, but shrouded in mystery. The story of this house dates back to the 18th century when it was established by Henry Fanning, a British planter. However, it was under the ownership of John Palmer and his wife Annie Palmer when this estate really gained prominence. Annie, often dubbed as the White Witch of Rose Hall, captivates the imagination with her enigmatic personality. The guide there talked about how she had 3 husbands that all died in that house under suspicious circumstances. Later, it was speculated that she had killed them. And then she also had more death around her with slave lovers, crazy stuff going on. Even someone pushed off of a balcony that we saw. By the end of this tour, I was just sitting there going, well, this is a lot. This is a lot of murder. This house was so accursed that after Annie Palmer passed away, nobody ever lived in this house again. The inside of the house was plundered of most of its original materials, and so the house that we see for the most part is a restoration with just a couple pieces that were original to the house. But it did go through a restoration, and interestingly, just up the road from this house is a house that country music star Johnny Cash owned, and he actually gave two pieces to this house, to Rose Hall. One is this grandfather clock, and another is this break front, both donated by Johnny Cash. But we explored the house, upstairs, downstairs. There was even an area under the house that housed a bar. They gave us some drinks down there, and then eventually we ended up at Annie Palmer's grave, and the tour got more scary and spooky along the way, where around every corner you were just expecting some apparition from the 1800s to pop up in your face, all kind of juxtaposed to this beautiful scenery of Montego Bay. There were also some local artisans out there selling their wares. But this was a pretty interesting tour. Again, I didn't know what I was getting into, but this was a nice walkabout kind of tour where you got to see some older stuff. Again, a lot of it was restored, not original to the house, but fascinating stuff. And like I mentioned previously, this excursion was a two-parter, a visit to Rose Hall and then to shopping. The shopping was right across the street, which I was surprised, in a very contained shopping area. Now, the shopping, you could tell, was cultivated primarily for the tourist. Everything that you normally get, apparel, souvenirs. I mean, I guess there was one shocker. They had several jewelry stores. Surprise! And this one even had a free gift for Carnival cruisers. Again, surprise, surprise. The real treat, though, of this stop was Scotchy's, which is a Jamaican chicken place famous in Jamaica. I got myself a little jerk chicken, sweet potato, this thing called the Festival, and Red Stripe beer, which is Jamaican beer. So we spent about 45 minutes in the shopping area. We reboarded the bus. We made our way back to the cruise terminal. All in all, it was a very cool day in Montego Bay. This is the first time I'd ever done an excursion outside of the port area anywhere in Jamaica. And Jamaica sometimes has a reputation for being dangerous, but this excursion I felt completely safe. This is one of those nice excursions where it was all contained. They took you to a historic spot on the island. They took you to shopping. And again, all of it was very safe, very contained. And I thought it was a pretty good way to spend a day. Have you ever been to Montego Bay, Jamaica? And this was just the first stop on my Southern Caribbean tour. I went on to see Aruba and Curacao and Barbados and Antigua, St. Martin. If you want to see any of those adventures, they're all linked in the description below. Thanks so much for visiting Montego Bay, Jamaica with me today. Subscribe for more of these adventures, and please hit that like button on your way out. This is Tony for La Lita Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.